From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Wilson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff right side, Nwangu. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kene Nwangu with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And the mile-high air in full effect is that. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
And the Broncos expected big things out of Jerry Jeudy, their #1 pick in 2020. But he really had to make a jump with the injury to Cortland Sutton. Almost 900 yards last year. A nice grab there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
49, check 49, check 49.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. This defense for the Jets, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And
down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Vic Fangio's thought about it, and he'll indeed throw the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Bridgewater to Hamler, 1st down Broncos. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Carl Lawson, former Bengal, in on the stop. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 17, Bridgewater. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Wilson. Drops this off with Nwangu. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Coleman has it here right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
2nd down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 27. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Wilson. His throw incomplete. Keelan Cole the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Handoff here to Nwangu. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bridgewater. This pass caught by Hamler. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football. He's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing is Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give is Nwangu. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Nwangu. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
And it's third down.
There's Wilson to throw. He'll get this to Coleman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kene Nwangu as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line ready to go as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. First down, Bridgewater. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Mark 38. Mark 38.
Yeah, let's get a sack. Hey, check. Mike 38.
To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
That's right. We can't be stopped.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to...
And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Here we go. Set. 60 out.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Nwangu. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Touchdown! Keelan Cole from 13 yards out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Watch 36.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 23 yards on the play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Flag like you mean it.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater to the sideline. Hamler with a catch. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Safety's creeping. Check 24. Check 24.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, go down.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
First play's a run with Nwangu. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Play action. Now Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Nwangu. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a 1st down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll run with Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And just shutting him off there. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete. It's Gordon. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Here's Bridgewater. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 33 yards that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Watch Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
First down, New York.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Everyone's got 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Check. 3 on.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check the backer.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Hamler now on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Bridgewater now from the 50. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, You tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And he missed it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were going to lose either way, but the game ends strangely on a missed PAT. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those